And we're back. Hunter x Hunter chapter 403. It's Cash Piece. I'm Cash. So I'm gonna be reacting to the new Hunter x Hunter chapter last week. There was a lot going on, which is Hunter x Hunter. There's always a lot going on. But we saw, what did we see last week? Last week we saw Rihan got a little glimpse of Prince Tubepa's spirit Nen Beast. We got to see that Balsamico, that's the guy that really has given Benjamin, the first prince, all of his like guidance and whatnot, has like biological weapon that he wants to use on Hulkenberg, or he may have already used it by the end of the chapter. I can't really tell because Hulkenberg is passed out. We got my man's Salkov, who's one of the guards of the fourth prince, Serednich. And he's just like amazed by all the things that Serednich could do already after just learning Nen within like 10 days or so. He's doing stuff that only a person that's been training in Nen for like decades should be able to do, like multitasking on a treadmill, playing the game, talking to somebody, all while maintaining Zetsu. Excuse me. And he's also trying to figure out like how he's able to use his like future sight type ability with this weird Nen beast that he pretty much has only heard of from Theta, but hasn't actually been able to see himself. But him also talking about his the fact that he's known Zetsu pretty much since he was born, really raised my eyebrows when I'm looking at him, because you know that's one of the traits that the children of Beyond Netero should have. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on him for sure. Then we see that Fugetsu has what looks like a bug bite on her back or whatever. And fake Kacho and Melody are basically discussing who could be behind all of this. They put a whole elaborate plan, and basically it's implied that it might be Loserus. It could be a misdirection, although his Nen Beast does have some ability which sets a trap with whatever the person desires. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible, because one thing Fugetsu does want is for her ability to be able to be used as much as she wants, but I'm not sure if that's the main thing that she wants. But we're gonna see. And then we got my man, oh shoot, I forget what my man's name is. Something with a K, I think. It's the guy with the glasses. You know what I'm saying? He's with the Justice Bureau. And Melody seems to think that he's being manipulated because his heartbeat isn't changing, even though it seems like he's been saying that he's been professing his love for her and all these things and whatnot. And so they have this elaborate plan. They go to several of the different princes. Prince Benjamin even does something kind of nice for Fugetsu and releases these demons or whatever. Maybe it's not him, it's just the spirit, the Nen Beast. But because the Nen Beasts are connected to these princes and they kind of work off of their emotions, I think that in Benjamin's mind, he was like, damn, it's crazy that these spirits are like attached to her. And then I guess the Nen Beast just like took care of it. But it comes back later in the chapter, which is also crazy. And then Basho uses his ability to like keep it at bay for a bit. But anyway, they do this to try and figure out who it is that is actually putting this curse on Fugetsu. But it seems like for the most part, all these princes are actually pretty cordial. You know what I'm saying? They don't always act like brother and sister or brother and brother, etc., etc. Usually it's either the siblings that they have from the same mom that they have more of a closer connection with, or sometimes it's not even that, but they all have different levels of like how much they've messed with each of their siblings, basically. So at the end of the chapter, we see that Melody has given a bunch of information to the ninth prince, Hulkenberg, I believe is passed out right now, actually, including Benjamin's secret, Serednich's evil doings, and the truth about Hulkenberg's own birth. So you see, like, this feels like it could mean that he's one of the sons of Beyond Netero, but I feel like there's going to be something different about that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what all that goes, what goes into all that. And she gives one final letter to Kurapika, letting him know that the princess can't leave the boat, and as long as the war is going on, and that he needs to come up with some kind of plan to just end this war so that all these princes don't actually have to die. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this arc actually finishes out. You know what I'm saying? Is the succession war even gonna be completed? There might not be any winner whatsoever if Kurapika, what he's been trying to do this whole time is to stalemate the competition by doing these Nen trainings. You know what I'm saying? By making it even playing field so that they can just like stall until they get to the fake Dark Continent. But now that that little recap is over, let's get into the new chapter. Okay. Hunter x Hunter chapter 403. Results. I like it. Yoshihiro Togashi. The succession war speeds up. All right, let's get it. All right, so it's still the 11th day. It was I believe it was the 11th day in the last chapter too. I'm just going to take a quick look right here. No, it was the 10th. The last chapter started off on the 10th day, which was a Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Let me see if we get any other updates time-wise throughout this chapter. Yeah, okay. But here's the thing. This is why they be messing with me, because in the chapter they be jumping back and forth in time also. Because the part of the chapter that has the fourth prince, the Raidnich, is 8 a.m. No. It is the 11th day. Okay, so the last chapter started off on the 10th day, continued into the 11th day, and then this new chapter is continuing past that. But yes, they are going back and forth because the scene that has Kacho and Melody is 6 a.m. on the 11th day, and it's after the one with Serednich. So let's see if we get one more update before the end of the chapter. I don't think we do. I think it's just implied that it's later in the day because obviously they went around and did all this stuff. Okay. Oh, so they did all of that by 8:50 a.m. So damn, they had a really busy morning clearly. By 8:50 a.m., they were back in, I guess, the Justice Bureau area, and Melody was talking about all this stuff and sending the letters out and all that good stuff. Okay, chapter 403. This is 6:45 a.m. on the 11th day. So this is before Melody goes around and all that stuff. Okay, we're on Tier 2, Justice Bureau Building, Prosecution, Courthouse Entrance Area. We got my guy, Balsamico. Let's see what he's about to do. None of Hawkenberg's soldiers are around the courtroom. His personal guards are either being monitored in the VVIP area or have been dispersed to the lower tiers. He has no allies left to activate his ability. And so they put him through like metal detectors and all that stuff, the security and whatnot. And he got that straight ass face on right now. He'll have no means of escape during the cross-examination. His demise is 100% certain. Okay, so one more time, I'm gonna go back to the last chapter real quick, just so I can see what time of the day it was when Balsamico is talking about the poison. Is this before or after that? 1 second. Because if it's before that, you know what I mean? That means we might be seeing him actually do it. But let's see here. What time is this? What time is this? Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. But the first update we get though is the 10th day Tuesday. So I'm assuming that this is also happening on Tuesday since we didn't get a time update. And now the new chapter is him trying to implement what he wants to do with this poison because it's the next day. All right. He'll have no means of escape during the cross-examination. His demise is 100% certain. The judge and defense lawyer are also at risk of infection, although their distance reduces it to below 2%. Because this poison works more heavily at close range, and then the further away it gets, the less effective it is. This being a closed court case means the chances of a pandemic are extremely low, which is crazy, bro. This is crazy shit. Anyway, but if it did happen, we'll contain it using martial law. I feel like, well, the chapter says this, that it's about to speed up, but I get that feeling, you know what I'm saying? I get the feeling that it's about to turn the corner and turn up real quick. And so we got Balsamico looking down this hallway, and now he's like turning around and he sees somebody looking at him. Victor? I feel like Victor was the guy that got killed in the beginning of the succession war, but I might be wrong. This rumbling, it can't be. Hulkenberg shouldn't have any personal guards with him. Oh, you know what this is? You know what this is? This is one of Hulkenberg's guards in this guy right here. For sure. Vict, what on earth just happened? What is he doing? Military sign. He throwing up gang signs right now. What the fuck? Military sign language? Are they blocking verbal communications? We've discovered the secret to Hulkenberg's ability. Okay, no. So I'm capping, I guess. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we're cutting to... We see a group of people in the back, and they lit up with Nen energy. And Hulkenberg is holding up the arrow shit. Balsamico's position is 11.9 meters from the two of them, 25 meters ahead, then 11.9 meters to the right. To amend the 26 degrees disparity brought by firing, step 60 centimeters forward. Is he about to one-shot him? That would be insanity. What the hell? Grimulous dissonances. What the hell is that? Fire. Is that the name of his ability? Whoo! Zagashi went hard with this panel. Oh my god. Him shooting that shit off looks amazing. I love it. Balsamico is just waiting out there. No! Why are we cutting away? Alright, we're at 1001, which means we're at Prince Benjamin's quarters now. I wanted to see what happened there. Hopefully we cut back immediately. Hasn't the trial started yet? No, both parties... He's on the phone. No, both parties requested to reschedule. Both? For what reason? The plaintiff cited a lack of preparation due to equipment trouble, which was rejected by the judge. However, the defendant's request, citing the defendant's ill health, was accepted, and the trial will commence once they recover. What's going on? Benjamin thinks to himself. Does equipment trouble mean the mission was aborted? But Hulkenberg's ability already activated. With the timing, Balsamico must be the target. But if that was true, then why is Hulkenberg the one recovering? I thought he couldn't activate it alone. A multiple blow, or a mutual blow? Could Balsa have noticed the ability's activation and charged with TSK-17? I think that's the poison. No, it's too soon for symptoms to appear. There must be another cause. Okay, so we already know now he didn't get that shit off, clearly. The particulars on Hulkenberg's status: he suddenly felt unwell and collapsed on the spot. He's currently resting in the medical room and his condition has stabilized. So I'm wondering, maybe, as strong as this ability is, it wouldn't be crazy if it takes a lot out of him. But I don't think anything really negative to that level happened to him the first time he used it. But if, it somehow made it where, the more times you use it, the more it has like a bad effect on you, kind of like how Emperor Time is for Kurapika, but just not, by the second, but by the use, you know what I'm saying? But let's see. By the way, was there anyone with Hulkenberg? Yes, around a dozen of Hulkenberg's supporters were present and helped care for him. A few of them are staying by his side to look after him. Ah, Prince Benjamin, the captain of the guards, has arrived. Okay, so Balsamico's there? He wants to speak with you. Just a second. Okay. So do you think somebody else is in Balsamico? That would be crazy. Anyway, this is most likely a trap, and Hulkenberg's illness a fake. The captain was probably attacked by Hulkenberg and is trying to contact me against his will. This is Benjamin thinking this. In other words, Hulkenberg's ability is a coercive type of manipulation. Concerning Shikaku, Balsamico said that manipulation abilities work on a first-come, first-served basis. For one-on-one situations, sure, but it's safe to assume that rule wouldn't apply against a well-coordinated group with powerful Nen. Now, what will the captain try to pull on me? Prince Benjamin, it's Balsamico might. The is sending me. What happened exactly? Let's see what they're capable of. I fuck with Benjamin, yo. I can't lie. I fuck with Benjamin. But anyway, getting straight to the point, the mission is not yet complete. The trial was postponed due to troubles on Hulkenberg's side. Did you notice the rumbling earlier? Of course. A Nen arrow was fired at me, but it missed. Hulkenberg lost consciousness on the spot, likely from attempting back-to-back activations. That's what I said. Or maybe due to using civilians instead of personal guards. I see. A plausible explanation, but it's clearly a fake illness to delay the trial. This is Benjamin thinking this again. And then he says, so in other words, the trial won't be resuming anytime soon, right? And he's thinking, Balsamico, if you return without finishing your mission, I'll consider it a coup d'etat plotted in collusion with Hulkenberg. I will issue special martial law and purge the both of you, which is crazy because this guy is the guy that Benjamin's been leaning on this whole time. I feel like if he don't got Balsamico, I don't know, bro. It might be slow for him because, but I don't know. He's being pretty tactical right now. He's not being like the hot-headed Benjamin. And it's usually when Balsamico interjects that he gets like this. But he's on point right now, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Balsamico says, right, but I see this as our chance. I would like your permission to meet with Hulkenberg. I assume his supporters will be in the medical room with him, but they shouldn't pose a threat. You plan to appear as if you carry... Oh no, Benjamin's thinking this. You plan to appear as if you'll carry out the mission in the medical room while secretly waiting for an opportunity to trap me? And then he says, all decisions on the field are up to you. All I care about is the result. Balsamico says, I am aware that since Hulkenberg's ability has been used, it's difficult, no, impossible to trust me. Therefore, I won't return until my mission is executed perfectly. Please inform my subordinates of this. I'll report back today with positive results. So do y'all think that Balsamico actually was hit by the arrow and is actually somebody else? Benjamin seems to think so. Tagashi put that in there to give us that little like we gotta doubt him now. But he literally thought exactly what Benjamin was thinking and said it out loud. So he said the quiet part out loud, literally. All right, so now it's still the 11th day. It's 7:50 a.m. The chapter started off, what time was it? Because you gotta, keeping track of this time is important, I feel like. So it was 6:45 a.m. at the start of the chapter. And now they be getting a lot done in like an hour in this manga for sure. And yeah, it's 7:50 now, so it's like a little bit over an hour. Is he really telling the truth? Benjamin's thinking to himself. Butch! Sir? No, I mustn't waver until I have undeniable proof the mission is complete. He's an enemy. That rumbling's target was Balsamico. Until we find out the truth of the matter, remain on high alert. If he leaves the bureau without making contact first, I'll immediately enact the special martial law. Inform the second and third tiers immediately. Damn. And there was low-key teasing this, I think last chapter, or the last couple chapters, or throughout the arc, that martial law is basically on the table. And it's something that Benjamin can enact because he commands the royal army. First, Prince Benjamin. Prince Fugetsu and a member of the Justice Bureau have something they wish to hand you personally. What? Okay, so is this before he meets with Fugetsu? Okay. I'll need to keep the head of the Justice Bureau on my side for a long time, even after becoming king. Send them through. I'll use this opportunity to share information and build a good relationship. Ring, ring. I understand that's... Okay, so who's the... This just says 01, so maybe it's the first queen. I understand that's quite all right. No need to worry, sweetheart. That's splendid. How quite like you, I'll back you all the way. It's a shame I won't get to see you at the banquet, but... I'm so proud of you, Hulkenberg, my dearest little boy. Okay, so a lot of people was theorizing this, and it's facts. Hulkenberg is the first queen's son in actuality, and not... one second. You know, I got the queens pulled up over here. 1 second. And not actually the son of the second prince. No, not the second prince. The second queen, Dualzo, His mom is actually Unma, the first queen, the same as Benjamin and Serenage, even though Serenage is the only one that doesn't have her strong ass nose, you know what I mean? And it's also crazy that Balsamico going so hard at Hulkenberg, who is Benjamin's real full brother, probably. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's keep it rocking and rolling. That's crazy though. Oh my goodness. Let me see what she was saying again. I understand that's quite all right. No need to worry, sweetheart. That's splendid. Quite like you. I'll back you all the way. It's a shame I won't get to see you at the banquet, but I'm so proud of you, Hulkenberg, my dearest little boy. The first queen is Hockenberg's real mother. Everyone fears Lee's lame majesty, but the dead can speak freely. The leading theory I found on a foreign site suggests that to protect Hockenberg from his brother's assassination attempts, the first queen asked the second queen to be his mother, thus changing the succession order. That's crazy. This is a letter that I believe that she's reading. Maybe not her. It's a letter. I don't know who's reading the letter. Oh, okay. Is Benjamin reading the letter? This war has... Okay, so it's cool. I guess we're seeing what all the letters that Fugetsu handed out last chapter actually say now, which is interesting. This war has rendered the succession order meaningless, but if this rumor is true, it could mean the first queen might use her connections to help Hockenberg win. This is Benjamin thinking to himself. A simple net rumor, nothing surprising. There are things only the dead can do, and even more so, say, please look after Fugetsu. Nothing political, just a standard letter. I see no reason to show you. That's interesting, because when he said that in the last chapter, I was like, okay, I'm confused on why he's saying that. But no, this is pretty important to him, I believe, because if he didn't already know that Hockenberg was his brother based on the Schnaz, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you don't know, now you know, my man. And now he's thinking to himself, she was clever. I wouldn't be surprised if she set up a plan to help her little sister. That said, it's likely a bluff and just a shot in the dark request. Even assuming the second and third letters do contain evidence, how could a little brat have the political influence to dig up information my team couldn't? So Benjamin thinks that Kacho was lying, I guess, which is nuts. I would have liked to question him for more information about the succession war or personal details, but having him doubt the Bureau's impartiality even slightly would be catastrophic. And this is I think his name is Kenny. I don't remember. It's or Kaiser. I think it's Kaiser, the guy with the glasses, from the Justice Bureau. It's more than enough that we know how real the threat of martial law has become. Okay, so now we get a little sequence of each of the princes, all that Fugetsu brought the letters to, all looking like or surprised as they're reading their individual letters. We got third prince Zhang Lei here. We got second prince Camilla. We got the fifth prince Tubepa, and we got the sixth prince Tyson. And they're all looking shocked or confused or surprised. The only ones to refuse were the fourth prince and 13th prince, as well as the convalescent ninth prince. This is Melody saying this to Fake Kacho and Kaiser. I wanted Serenage to read it, but he refused. It sounds better on paper, to be honest. He immediately said, just toss it, which is crazy. Serenage don't give a damn, bro. He really don't. Oh well, even just one of them taking interest in my misdirect is a win. Being an information broker may even garner Fuchan some respect. Placing the marker in Lazarus's chamber is a massive victory in itself. The hard part comes next, Melody said. True. And okay, Fake Kacho's looking down the hallway. Is this Melody in this bed right here? I mean, not Melody. Fucking Fugetsu. Thanks. Yeah, it is. Thanks to Basho, she can be left alone without being bothered by cursed spirits. So I think it's best if we let Fugetsu rest for a while. Agreed. It'd be terrible if we push her too hard and she can't use her power when we need it the most. Let's rest as well. Okay, the mission starts tomorrow evening. Okay, 10:14. Yeah, we getting to see my man. Now we cut into Karapika and Queen Oito and Wobble, the prince, the 14th prince. It seems that a death penalty is enacted on those who attempt to leave the war. Okay, because yeah, the last chapter ended with Karapika reading the letter that Melody gave him, and she basically told him that's what happens if someone tries to leave. Unfortunately, this ship is a literal Kadoku pot, which I'm gonna do a quick Google on what that is because I have no idea. Kadoku pot. Okay, so it's like what? Oh my god. All right, so I wasn't expecting this to be what it is, but oh my god, it's some kind of ritual or something where basically sorcerers would mix several insects in a jar and let them kill one another until only one survived. Which, yeah, that's pretty valid. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty valid. And it's also interesting that apparently this was also referenced earlier at some point. No, it was the seed urn ceremony itself kind of looks like what this pot looks like. So that's really interesting because when I googled it literally the urn from the ceremony, the seed urn in Hunter x Hunter, is here on Google Images. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, nice little reference there, or imagery, or personification, I guess. Anyway, then the princes. Okay, let me go back to what Karapika said. Unfortunately, the ship is a literal Kadoku pot. And then Oito is like, then the princes will really have to fight each other till the end. And then Karapika says, it makes sense to think that an inability preventing anyone from leaving the ship would mean that death is the only way out. However, I actually see this as a beacon of light. And she's like, how? Me too. Talking shit, Karapika. What's going on? Queen, in order to save Wobble and the other young princes, I need you to grant me permission to do something. And she's shocked. What is it? Okay, so now we're at 1003. The third princess, that's Zhengle Chambers. Of all the coins produced by my Nen Beast, 7 are in my possession and 3 have been gifted to others. The problem is, a coin that previously said read 1 now reads 10. It's interesting. What's worse is we have no idea what this means. We're completely in the dark. I'd like to hear everyone's opinion. So he gathered all his guards up like, yo, what's really going on with this? Because Zhengle doesn't know Nen also. So he doesn't have like the processing and intuitive ability to like figure out all these things, like how Benjamin kind of did earlier in the chapter, how Balsamico was doing. Even Camilla could do that to a certain extent because she obviously knows Nen. And even some of Benjamin's guards, most of them are pretty good at deducting things about people's Nen abilities and their affinities and all those things, including Fury Cove, who's the blockhead from Karapika's Nen class. Anyway, 1 coin is made each day. So after 10 days, you have 10 coins. Then once 10 days have passed, the coins change. So I wonder if any of these guards know Nen, or if they just like shooting in the dark as well. It is the 11th day, so what he's saying does make some sense. Possibly, let's write 10 days ago on the 10 coin and make sure to write the date on each new coin. That way we can confirm this hypothesis within 10 days. Any other ideas? We need to check the coins gifted to the other people. Indeed. Not only in order to inform them of the potential greater wealth, but to receive permission to monitor the changes in their success. To put it simply, inform them of the growth rates. Okay. Assuming that the coin grows by a factor of 10 every 10 days, then within a month, it'll become 10,000. I see. And after 630 days, we can cast Hocus Pocus. Are these niggas trolling? What are they talking about? Just talking to myself. Never mind. These are all theories I've been over 1,000,000 times. These goons lack the necessary experience for me to test an ability's effect. Phone room 1014. They're like, all right, he's like, I'm done messing with you amateur niggas, yo. Bring my man Karapika up. He knows what the hell he's talking about. As you should, Zhang. And this is why I kind of rock with Zhang, because even though he doesn't know Nen, he's still like, as far as like the leadership qualities of being a king, I feel like he has that. You know what I'm saying? He's very good at the tactical aspects. And, you know, clearly, even though he's, for the most part, honorable, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty as well, because he does have connections to the one of the mafia families on the lower decks. In order to acquire the information on Nen and my guardian beast ability necessary to win this war, I'm going to need someone like Karapika. It's no problem. Okay, so now we cut into the Justice Bureau, and we're seeing Kenny, I think, and maybe this guy is Kaiser, the guy that basically was the showing all the calamities at the beginning of the Dark Continent expedition arc. It's no problem. Hulkenberg's team informed me of the group fainting ahead of time. After meeting, okay, now we got Hulkenberg talking. Maybe it's a little flashback. After meeting with me, they may appear to be under the effects of hypnotherapy, but that's only because they have been relieved of anxiety and are overcome with joy. They'll be fully conscious again in no time. It's kind of hilarious how Hulkenberg's like a badass now. Like, yeah. But anyway, the 10 supporters who visited the prince passed out in the waiting room. And just like he said, they were back to normal right away. But there's something else that caught my interest. The fact that a staff member passed out in a different time and place, manifesting identical symptoms, and glasses. Well, they both have glasses. They pissing me off, yeah. They pissing me off. They both got glasses. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just look it up real quick. I'm gonna start doing this more so I could know what the hell I'm saying. Justice Bureau. Hunter. What are these guys' names? Real quick. All right, so Kaiser. Okay, Kaiser is the guy with the black hair and the glasses. Okay, that's what I needed to know. The other guy's name is less important to me, but I need to know Kaiser's name real quick. Okay, let's continue. The fact that a staff member passed out in a different time and place, manifesting identical symptoms, and Kaiser is surprised by this, and he thinks to himself, hard to brush this one off as a coincidence. Sure, it wasn't a coincidence. Where's the staff member now? I'll look into it just in case. And then he thinks, to discover Hulkenberg's objective and form an alliance, it may be best to explain our current situation as well. They're in the private room awaiting further tests. Understood, I'll conduct an interview. And then he thinks, but for a man who loves all that is fair, what will he think of me? Please give me their name and room number. It's Wario Bay in room E6. Meeting Hulkenberg, knowing so little about his ability is too risky. I'll find out all I can from Wario. Wario is hilarious. Tagashi be trolling, I feel like. We're gonna see a Luigi in this as well. Wario, please, and then we cut immediately to Kaiser talking to this guy. Wario, please tell me what exactly what happened. I promise that your beliefs will have no impact on your standing here in the Bureau. And he's just looking down and like, we have confirmed the use of a mysterious power in the Succession War. Prince Kacho died while trying to escape because of this power. And the guy's like, oh my god, he's shocked, exclamation point. It appears this ship is surrounded by a barrier that is aware of a person's royal blood. I'm not the kind to mince words, so here are the facts. Superpowers exist, and the princes are using them as weapons. I'm willing to act outside my role as the Bureau's head of prosecution and back Prince Benjamin, given that he protects Prince Fugetsu. What is that? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. This guy right here, what's his name? His name is Wario. He's got one of the feathers from Hulkenberg's Nenbeast on his hand, which means that he is loyal to Hulkenberg. That's nuts. Anyway, a symbol bestowed upon me by the prince. Hulkenberg told me that if you were to speak openly about Nen, then I should show you this. The prince predicted I'd meet with you. That's crazy. Yes. It's only natural that he would be suspected after the mass painting. For you not to meet him directly implies you're being cautious, which means you're aware of Nen. Spot on. The ninth Prince Hulkenberg will soon perish. What? What? What do you mean? But anyway, what? Soon perish? How? Like, perish because the Balsamico is poisoned? Or because of something else? Anyway, now we cut back to Benjamin. He's like, oh my God. All right, let me stop. Now we cut back to Benjamin. Are you sure? Yes, I've completed the mission. I'll show absolute proof of my success tonight as planned. And we see Balsamico, and inside of him on the phone, he's on the phone. Inside of him is fucking Hulkenberg. Oh my God, yo. Oh my God. And so, oh my God, Hulkenberg passed out because it's not him. Oh my God. Or there's nobody in him, I guess, or whatever, pause. But Hulkenberg's inside Balsamico. Second pause, big one. Oh my goodness. But we cut back to Kurapika, and Queen Oito says, you want to publish the letter? He says, yes. I'll begin the second round of Nen training tomorrow. Same as before, I'll send an open invitation to each prince. But this time, I'll add that I'll be divulging the contents of the letter. Oh, you know, they all want that juicy scoop. Only your letter? Of course. Of course not mine. That's hilarious. If you think it's necessary, but why? There's 3 reasons. First, to avoid unnecessary suspicion. The older prince's crimes and rumors were revealed to one another, so they must be wondering if the younger princes have also been made privy to that information. We'll squash those concerns. Secondly, I hope to slow down this war, even just slightly, by sharing Prince Cacho's feelings. Thirdly, I hope that being the first to go public will put me into contact with some of the older princes. Odds are they'll come empty-handed, but depending on who they send and with what, they may attempt to postpone or cancel the letter's publication by bargaining. Damn, and the chapter just ends right there? What the hell? Great chapter. Hunter x Hunter has just been bang, bang, bang since it came back. I love it. This is a great chapter, for real. What do you think is going to... Well, they said that... Wario said that Hulkenberg's going to perish. I'm not sure why he's perishing just yet, but... maybe he's saying this because he's just going to be in Balsamico for the rest of the arc, which would be very nuts, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of this. But Prince Benjamin is already on guard anyway. I want to see what's going to happen with Zhang Lei and Kurapika, because they do have an alliance at the end of the day. Kurapika probably is pretty much bound to help him. Yeah, it's just a lot of wild business going on here. I think that the least surprising part of this chapter was Queen Uma being Hulkenberg's actual mama. I mean, that schnoz is hard to miss. I can't lie. I'm not gonna say I'm proud, but you know, Benjamin, he did his thing in this chapter, yo. And his deductive reasoning skills have been on point, even without Balsamico being there to hold his hand through that part. But he's never been an idiot, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he just lets his anger and his like just want to just stomp shit out, you know, blind his judgment at times. But at the end of the day, you know, he is a tactical genius in his own right. So anyway, this was a great chapter, Hunter x Hunter. Let me know your thoughts down below, of course. I'm going to be reacting to the new One Piece chapter right after this. Switched it up. I usually do it the opposite way, but who cares? Have a nice weekend, and can't wait till next week. No break. There's been no breaks for Hunter x Hunter. One Piece is about to go on like a 3-week break. Shit. But anyway, I'm souped. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.